review quiz number 6. This chapter I think is on mixing, and compared to the last couple chapters, which have been very short, this one's got way more information than I can really cover in just this one a little bit, but go through it slowly, take the parts that you're interested in and dive a little deeper if you want. But let's get a lot of these basics down and throw these into a quiz. The recording process, we're going to have three main topics that we're going to break it down into: recording, overdubbing, and then the mix down. So those are the 3 stages. And the recording part, that's just the capturing of a live or sequenced instrument onto a medium. So medium used to be electronic tape. Now it's going to be a file of some kind. Yeah. However it is that you're saving the recording. All right, overdubbing. Now that's very similar. That's also recording instruments, but it's on top of the existing tracks that you made in the first part. So a lot of times we'll record, if it's a band, we might record the drums, the guitar, the bass, and the keyboards all at the same time, and then go back and play guitar solos over top of it, do background vocals, add some shakers, and whatever else happens to be on top of the basic recordings. Now the mix down happens once all the musical parts have been recorded. That's just where it happens in the process. You don't really want to start mixing until you have everything recorded. You don't know how it's going to sound. You don't know how everything's going to come together. All right. Now, this question is a little vague if you're just looking at it. What is one of the most important concepts in audio? But if you look through the choices, signal chain. Signal chain is one of the most important things. When I talk to the people that I want you guys to work for after you're done here learning this stuff, that's the one thing I hear over and over again. Just make sure they know signal chain, they know signal flow. As long as they know how signal goes from one place to another, they can, my friends can teach you all the specifics about whatever venue they're working at, or installations that they're doing, or studios that they're working in. All right, what kind of sends do we usually use for a sub mix? Those would be our auxiliary sends, right? We use those for headphones. We use them for reverbs and delays. But if you think about those, the common thing between all of those is they're sub mixes, right? We have our main mix, and then we have a smaller mix within those. Digital consoles, they pass almost all of their signal through their CPU. The central processing unit is where those ones and zeros flow through to get to where they're going. And along those lines, mixing in the box. So mixing purely digital is becoming more of the norm rather than the exception. I don't remember the last time I did a project that had no computers involved with it, right? I have a friend who just put out theirs that was completely analog, from tape, from them recording it to putting out their vinyl album, but they're also streaming it on Spotify on MP3, so that's the way it goes. So the physical panned placement of things, right, especially in a stereo field, we call that spatial positioning. So panning, spatial positioning, all of those things are kind of related. And then once you've built your basic mix, it is a good idea to test it out as many places as possible. Take it to the car is always a go-to. Listen to it at a friend's studio, or put it on the cheapest speakers on the boom box that you can find, and all of the above are good ideas once you have finished your mix. And like the kangaroo says, at these prices, I am not surprised.